If you are a Sec 3 AMath student, this is your first topic that you will be tested on for WA1 this year, and it's none other than your quadratic functions, equations, and inequalities. Now, for all AMath students, this is a very special exam. Two reasons. The first reason is that it's your first AMath exam, and it's the first time that you will really feel what the difference is between EMath and AMath. Now, having tutored over 300 plus students over the past 2-3 years at my Math Tuition Center, A1 Math Academy, I can personally say that the difference between these two subjects is the amount of attention to detail that you have to pay in the question. Now, for AMath questions, the questions are phrased much shorter, but the answers can be 2 to 3 times longer than the EMath answer. And that is simply because for AMath, it's really very pure technical math. Compared to EMath, I would say it's more like a common sense math, day-to-day, daily application of math, but for AMath, it's really pure mathematics. So therefore, for all AMath students, it requires you to have a certain level of maturity when it comes to really being able to understand the concepts in the deeper level. And for this chapter especially, for the first chapter, quadratic functions, equation, and inequalities, your foundations were actually built in Sec 2, right? Where you learn a little bit of quadratic functions, right? Your ax squared plus bx plus c. And then in Sec 3 EMath, you continue to learn slightly more complexities, right? You get introduced to quadratic formulas, so on and so forth. And then for Sec 3 AMath, you add on another layer on top of your Sec 3 EMath complexity, right? So as an AMath student, you need to make sure that your Sec 3 EMath quadratic functions is nailed down in, because Sec 3 AMath quadratic functions will be even harder, and you'll get introduced to even more concepts like discriminant, always positive, always negative graphs, right, so on and so forth. So to help you out in really just making sure that you know how to excel in this exam, right, I have a library at A1 Math Academy that I initially only gave my own student, but now I'm making it accessible to the public to actually get it and purchase it. In this library, I have curated over 300 plus videos, filmed every single video teaching every single fundamental concept from scratch, and give hundreds of practice examination style questions in there with all the full video answers and recordings. So if you want a demo of how the library actually looks like, make sure to WhatsApp this number over here, and I'll send you the details to the library, and you can get a sensing of whether it fits your learning needs, your learning style, and most importantly, your schedule, so that you can fit in time for your revision to actually score well for Sec 3 AMath without having to sacrifice too much effort or time traveling, right? So this is all online, which is the best thing about it. So if you want more information, just WhatsApp this number over here, and I'll send it over to you, and we'll have a chat with that.